You already know all about the neat information you get bundled into one package when you're using an HSI. Because it portrays VOR signals in a pictorial way, an HSI is a valuable tool to help you know where you are in relation to a VOR station. So let's take a look at how to do that very thing. Find out where you are. Suppose that you're en route from Denver to the Will Rogers Airport in Oklahoma City. During your flight, ATC gives you extended radar vectors to avoid a large area of severe weather along the route. Your last vector was a heading of 110. You're south of the weather area now, and ATC has told you to join Victor 507 southeast of Gauge Vortac. Victor 507 southeast of Gauge Vortac, en route to Will Rogers Vortac. But before you can join Victor 507, you need to know where you are in relation to the Gauge Vortac. So first, you tune and identify the Gauge Vortac, and then you rotate the HSI course knob to center the needle. When the needle centers, the course arrow is on 147 and the to from indicator is on the opposite side from the head of the needle, which tells you that a 147-degree course would take you away from the Vortac. This means you're on the 147 radial, and that's southeast of Gauge. Victor 507 from Gauge is the 142 radial. Since you're on the 147 radial, you're 5 degrees west of the airway. Now, you rotate the HSI course knob to set the airway course of 142 degrees. And you can see by the angle the little airplane makes with the course deviation bar that your heading of 110 gives you a good intercept angle for Victor 507. As the needle centers, you'll turn to track the 142 radial, which is Victor 507. After you start tracking Victor 507, suppose that ATC asks you to report rolls intersection. You see that rolls can be identified using the 010 radial of the Sayre Vortac. If your number 2 nav isn't working for some reason, you'll need to identify rolls using your number 1 nav and the HSI. You seem to be tracking the airway well, so you retune your number 1 nav to Sayre Vortac. Then you rotate the course selector to 010. The to from arrow is again on the opposite side from the head of the needle, indicating the course selected is the radial from the Vortac. Your course deviation bar is about 3 dots in front of your miniature airplane. As you can see, the HSI shows the radial is still in front of you, so you have not yet arrived at the rolls intersection. And since it's 3 dots, or 6 degrees in front of you, you are 6 radials west of the 010 radial, which means that you're on the 004 radial. That's all there is to navigating with an HSI. It's a pretty useful tool. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then the pictorial portrayals of an HSI are worth a few thousand more.